Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beautiful Colors. My name is Brianna, and I'm gonna do what I've been seeing a lot of people do. I thought it would be a good idea because I usually every year do a updated, complete coloring book collection and finished pages video at the beginning of the year, but since I did that just a year ago and it's been very popular, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen it already. I thought what would be maybe a better idea is to do what I've seen everybody else do and do a what I colored in 2022. So just basically a recap of everything that I colored in 2022. I don't know who is, the person that originally did this. But I do know that a lot of people have been doing it, so I figured I would just go ahead and use that idea and show you everything that I colored last year. Now, some of you may know that I do have a 1-year-old, if you've seen my videos. So this past year, I didn't do as much coloring as I would have liked to because of having a 5-year-old going to school, kindergarten, and having a 1-year-old. It's been really, really difficult. But I think in total, now this is going to be really, really sad, y'all, because I know people be doing like 50 pages or so for the whole year. But like I said, this is why I only do finished pages videos quarterly, because I just can't color as much as I would like to. But total, I think I have about 13 pages, 13 or 14. There is one that I have that I do not currently have with me because it was a gift and I don't have a picture of it to show you, but I'll just show you the ones that I do have. So anyways, without me chatting up too much, I guess I'll just go ahead and get into it. This is in no particular order. I just went ahead and went through my coloring books and tabbed the ones that I did last year. And let me say one more thing. I know my nails look atrocious. These were acrylic nails that grew out, and some of them have already fallen off. And instead of soaking them, to get them off, I just let them fall off as they fall off. So, and I did cut them down really short. But I know that they look atrocious. I'm sorry. You're going to have to just try your best to ignore that. Because I don't always have opportunities to record videos, so I'm just taking the opportunity while I have it. So I'm sorry about my nails. But anyways, I'll go ahead and get started. So everything I colored in 2022. I don't remember when I colored this one. I can take it out and see though. This was either 2021. I did not, this is my PDF folder and I did not, yep, I did. This was in 2022. I did not tag things in my folder because there's only like a couple that I finished last year. But anyways, this is one of them. Apparently that I did last year. It says February 26, 2022. But this was my first attempt at doing an entire page in nothing but watercolor pencils. And so for me, my first try doing watercolor pencils, and this is on watercolor paper that I got from the art store. I really don't mind how it turned out. Now, I know that I could probably now do a lot better. This was like a learning curve. But I really like my apples and my wood and the leaves. Even her dress and her bow. I think her hair for my first time turned out okay. But anyways, I don't remember what pencils I used. But anyways, I'll try not to talk forever about these pages. And Illustrator, I think this is a Chris Chang illustration that I got off of Etsy. I think that it's a Chris Chang. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then I don't want to give you a sneak peek of this one, so I'm going to try to shuffle this over here so you can't see what's on this side. So this is another one that I did. I have a finished coloring page on the opposite side of the book showing, that will be in my next finished pages video. But this one, let's see if I can get it out, because I think I will have the date on the back of it. I should. June 23rd, 2022. Prismacolor pencils and white Posca. That's pretty much all I used for this one. And I think it's signed right here. I think it's Ava Brown who did this. Or Mariola Budek. Maybe this is a Mariola Budek. Yeah, I think that's who illustrated this. I'm blanking. I'm sorry. I know that her style is very, like, if you see it, you know it's her, but for some reason, I can't remember who illustrated this. But anyways, this is one that I got off of Etsy. So the background was entirely pencil. Don't know that I'll do that again, because as you can see, it's very textured. I do not like it. Let's see. I do like her hair and the cherries. I do think that part is very cute. But I may be returning to this page to do it differently in the future. I might very possibly do this page again, because I wasn't, like, completely happy with the outcome. I think that it wasn't blended very well, and the background is atrocious. But anyways, that was another one that I did, and I think that's all of the PDFs, other than one, like I said. Oops, I bumped the camera. There is one, let's see, that I did that was a gift, and I sent it away to the person that I gifted it to. But anyways, this shouldn't take too long since I have only a few pages. Okay, so like I said, this stack is not in any kind of order, and I realize I just sounded like I stuttered. I just said in. Excuse me, please. I sound ridiculous sometimes, I know. So as far as Johanna Basford goes, because my stack, what I was saying is, like, all different kinds of books, but I'm pretty sure there were so many books on my shelf that I did not get to last year, and unfortunately, I hate that. It made me so sad when I was looking through all of my pages, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't touch this book, or this book, or this book. Like, there's so many books that I did not get to last year that I'm really hoping to, I'm really, really hoping to get to a lot more of my books this year than I did last year, since my son is now 1, so there's a little bit more freedom that I have. But anyways, this is Johanna Basford's Worlds of Wonder, and unfortunately, this is the only Johanna Basford page that I colored last year. How sad is that? I did tag these. What am I doing? I tagged them. Okay, anyways, so it was this one. This is the one that I did. This was a buddy color with someone, and now this is very last minute, so I didn't, like, completely prepare with the details and everything, but if you go back and watch my finished pages video, this was for May 5th, so if you watch the one last year of May, I'll go in way more depth about this page and, you know, who the buddy was and all that jazz. But yeah, I did this one. I debated doing a background. I thought that what I wanted to do was to black it out and do a blacked out background, but when I thought about it, and I thought about the fact that, you know, the stems of the flowers, and then, like, the butterflies and the antennas of the butterflies, if I did a blacked out background, then that detail would get lost. So then I was like, well, there's already so much bright colors. If I do some sort of bright color in the background, it might be too much. So in the end, I just left it white. This page took a really long time. It's alright. I tried my hardest to do more of a realistic peacock. I looked up colors, and they have, you know, this black and white under feathers. They have some brown feathers, some blue, some black, and then these blue-green colors. Peacocks actually have a lot of colors. A lot. So I tried to do that as realistically as possible. It's alright, but anyways, I won't talk too long about it. We'll just move on to the next book. I'm so sad that was my only Johanna Basford page. Okay, so we'll do Kirby next, because I do have both of, let's see, all of his books here on top of the pages. So I did get to 3 of my Kirby books. Again, that's a sad number, I know. But this is Mythomorphia by Kirby Rosanes. I still don't know how you say his name. But this also was a buddy color. And where's the date? Let's see. Did I not write the date? No, it is right here. May 27th, 2022. So this one is also a finished page for May. I'll just do a quick This one was Neocolor 2s in the background. It was based, her hair and all of the purple elements were based with a Tombow dual brushed pen. And then over the top with Prismacolor Premier Color Pencils for details, and she was colored with Premier Color Pencils. And then there was either this is Posca pen or gel pen or a mixture of both, because I do remember struggling with trying to find something that was going to be white and opaque and cover over the Neocolor 2s, because as you may see, it was like turning blue. Ugh, it was a struggle. See, it's turned blue here. These are not even white anymore, but it is what it is. I'm pretty sure this is the only one I did last year. Yep, that was 2021. Yep, I think that's the only one I did in Mythomorphia last year. I'm definitely going to come back to that book this year, though. Next one is Kirby Rosanna's Anamorphia. And this one also was a buddy color with a friend of mine. This one was the first page that I did in this book. I did have a copy of this book already, but this was the newer edition with the thicker paper, because the first one that they released of this book had the really, really thin paper. But so this was the first one that I did in this copy of Anamorphia, and I absolutely love how it turned out. It's one of my favorite pages. It was a buddy color with a friend of mine where we actually sat down at the table together and did this. So it was a lot of fun. It has a lot of great memories, and I can't wait to do this side, because my idea for this side is to do the same thing over here, just the other way around. Red for the fish, and then white into blue, and then blue for all the wisps. So I think that it's going to be really cool double page spread when I'm done with it. But anyways, it was Neocolor 2s for the background and Prismacolor Premier Color Pencils, and then based with Tombow dual brush pens for all the red stuff. So yep, can't wait to do that again, because that was really fun. I loved that. And then this is Fragile World by Kirby Rosanna's. I did get to this book also last year. This says 7/16/22, so July. I did this one in July, probably because it was very floral and butterfly-y, and I was feeling something summery. But this one was also done last year with Prismacolor Premiers, which is the pencils that I primarily use. I love those pencils. And based with Tombow dual brush pens for this flowers down here, possibly for other elements, but I'm not sure. I can't really remember. But anyways, this one was really fun. I really liked how it turned out. Yeah. I'm actually doing this one as a buddy color with a friend of mine. Like now, I'm going to be starting this one like as soon as humanly possible, probably in the next day or two. So can't wait. This is going to be a beautiful double page spread when I'm done with this one. Fragile World by Kirby Rosanna's, and that is all of my Kirby books that I got to last year. Okay, sorry, I had to pause the video because I was told that my son was crying for me, so I had to go peek, and it looks like he's occupied again. But anyways, this is Pop Manga Cute and Creepy. I managed to get 2 done in this book last year. This one was a buddy color with the lovely Kate's Coloring Heaven on YouTube. So this one I finished December 3rd, it looks like. So it was probably a buddy color for October and November, and I got around to finishing it in December, because that's just how I do things. Takes me forever to finish a page. But this one was Distress Inks in the background, and I just kind of wanted it to look like a, I don't know, antique-ish, dirty looking feel. And then I added the book down here. The skull looks really yellowed, but I think that I did that on purpose. And I think that I used Prismacolor Premier, I think that's what I used. And then this might have been a metallic pencil, because it looks very metallic-y down here. But it's like, yeah, I think that was a metallic pencil. yeah, I mean, I didn't use much on this page because the white in his eyes is just where I left the page white. So yeah, there's that one. Anyways. And then I did this one. Now this one is not dated, but I did do this last year. You can go back and look at my finished pages. I don't remember exactly what month I did this, but I definitely did it last year because I did this one first and then right after I did this one. So this one was probably like October, November-ish. But the background was my first attempt at playing around with distress ink to try to do like a cloud effect, which is why you see the black outlines of the clouds. I went over with paint pen, Posca pen, I think. And then I wrote down the color combinations for the dragon and everything and logged it in my coloring journal. But yeah, there's, I mean, not much else to say. Distress ink and, oh, Black Widows. I used Black Widow pencils for him. Yeah, that's what I used. So that's Pop Manga Cute and Creepy. That is the only Camilla d'Erico book that I got to last year, which makes me want to cry. But like I said, it was just difficult last year. So this is Maui Mermaids and Island Girls, Island Whimsy Girls. I think this is my only Hannah Lynn book that I got to as well. Again, sad, like that really saddens me. But anyways, I did this one. And it never looks on camera as it does in person, because on camera it always looks super, super grainy. But I promise it doesn't look that bad in person. This is Amazon paper, and I did not do any kind of marker base. As you can see, it's all pencil. Other than right here, which I think was just gel pen. Yeah, glitter gel pen. And as you can see, the gel pen kind of ghosted through because this is really, really cheap paper. So what I did basically is just a lot of layers of my Prismacolor pencils, and then I went over with the Prisma blender, the colorless blender, to kind of get rid of the white of the paper and to blend everything. So it usually does leave a little bit of a grainy texture doing that, but again, this is Amazon paper, but I like it. I think that it turned out pretty good. I love the colors. I love the butterfly, her hair and everything of the background. I think it turned out really good. It's very vibrant and bright. And I'm really excited to actually tackle another one of these in the same way that I did this one. But also I might try to base one with markers to see how that would turn out too. But yep. So that's Maui Mermaids by Hannah Lynn. The next one I have is Fairy Tales by Emily Lydeholt Oberg. So I only did one here, and I actually just had to go back and see when I posted this and write the date, because it was not dated, and it was not logged in my coloring book, logbook, which I usually log everything as soon as I'm done coloring it, but for some reason I guess I forgot to write this one down. But this one was finished January 5th, 2023. No, 22. I wrote the wrong number. This was finished in 2022 of last January. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to fix that. But anyways, this was entirely done with polychromos, Faber-Castell polychromos, and the background I think was pastels, and then the blacked out part was black acrylic paint, and then white gel pen for the snow and for the flower part, and the highlights on the shells. So what I learned doing this page is that polychromos work really good on this paper. Way better than Prismacolors work on this paper. I do not like Prismas for this paper at all. So I will, every single page I do in this book will be my polychromos until I get some kind of other hard oil-based pencil, because yeah, I want them to actually turn out pretty and like enjoy the process. But anyways, I really love the outcome. I think it's really pretty. So that is Fairy Tales by Emily Lydeholt Oberg. Sorry, I got interrupted again by kids. So anyways, Fantasia. This one, I did one page in this last year, and it was when everybody was doing the Color for Ukraine hashtag because of what was going on there. And it was kind of a disaster, which is why I haven't showed it a lot. I didn't post this one. I even think I forgot to show it as a finished page, and so I had to do it like I had to do it in a next video because I forgot to do it when I actually colored this, which again is not dated. I forgot to date this one as well, and there's no telling when I finished it because, like I said, I didn't post it. But the background was distress ink. No, it was a lot of things. It was soft pastels. I didn't like how that was turning out, and then I went over it with distress ink. I didn't like how that was turning out because it was leaving these huge behind blobs of ink, and looking very like grainy and just horrendous. But I colored it with polychromos, I think, again, because the page that I had done previously, just like in Fairy Tales, the book that I just showed you, I did my first page in there was with Prismas, and I hated it. And my first page in here also was Prismas, and I hated it. So I figured I would try polychromos. Well, I think her dress turned out really pretty. And actually, if I were to white out all of these black lines with either white gel pen or like a yellow Posca pen, I think that it would stand out even more, but I would have to black out the background with like black acrylic paint or something because I absolutely hate this background. I think that it's distracting. When you look at this page, you see this big old blob of yellow over here. And it's just distracting. I don't like it. And for some reason, I don't know. Someone please tell me what you do and what you use on this paper, because no matter what I do, I feel like it always looks like crap. Like I blend and blend and blend and blend as much as I possibly can, and it still always ends up looking, I don't know if you can see, but so much texture, and like almost as if the paper is peeling up from the pressure and the layers. Like it just doesn't, that's what it looks like. It looks like the paper started peeling up. Like it just looks horrible. And I love the pictures in this book, so I don't know what to do. That's why I don't color in it all the time. But I mean, I love the illustrations in this book. Like literally love them, but I hate the paper. So I don't know what to do about that. But anyways, I'll stop rambling. So that was Fantasia by Nicholas F. Chandrianata, I think. Probably just butchered that, but you know. Okay, so the next one is Creative Haven Autumn Charm by Teresa Goodridge. This one was a buddy color that I just did in October. Yep, and then I finished it in November. This was a buddy color with Lavelia, I think it was. Please forgive me. Please forgive me for not always remembering buddy colors. But my brain at the end of the day is usually fried. But yeah, this one was entirely Prismacolor Premier colored pencils. Kind of wish that I would have done the hay bales a little bit differently, but I mean, for my first try of trying to do hay bales, it was okay. I think for reference, I was trying to copy kind of what this looked like. So, I mean, it's not entirely successful, but it's all right, I guess. And then for the mums, I think these are, I really like the color that I used, but I just wished that there was a little bit more highlight and it wasn't so flat looking. But anyways, it is what it is. I shouldn't be too harsh. I love the bricks. I love the bright red door. The pumpkins are okay. The dog's fur, horrible. I'm literally gonna stop trying to do fur in her books because the way she draws her dogs, I really think is less about a realistic fur and more just maybe do some light shading and stuff. I think it would look much better if I did that. But yeah, so that was Autumn Charm by Teresa Goodrich. So these were the only two Creative Haven books that I got through last year, was Romantic Country Scenes and Autumn Charms. All year long I didn't touch her books, which is just a shame because I love her books. But I just didn't get around to it. So this is Romantic Country Scenes, and the one that I did here was a winter page that I absolutely love. I enjoyed this so much. I did this as like a winter page, and I think I maybe started this in December or January. I finished it on January 17th. But I just love this page. I love how I transitioned the sky from this sky blue color to this deep blue. And then the snow was a lot of fun. I love coloring snow. Coming up with a color palette for their clothes, like that they're matching. They have matching boots and stuff. That was really cute and really fun. Yeah, I just loved this page. I did not base it with anything. It was all Prismacolor. This was all Prismacolor premieres. And I really wanted to get to a page in this book for Valentine's Day, but I don't know if I'm gonna get around to it. Anyways, I guess I will do. I have 3 more books, but I have, I think, 6, 7, 8 more pages because 50 Ocean Miniatures by Camellia Angelkova. I actually did 3 pages. Now I love this book. That's why there's so many pages. I do buddy colors with my daughter in this book, and we just have so much fun. But the first one is the nameplate page. I even wrote my name and dated when I finished it, which is kind of cute. May 11th, 2022. So, I always, in these books, always base with marker and then shade with pencil over the top. And in this book, I really like how that looks. And then stickles. I also use stickles in this book a lot, which is like kind of a first for me because I have stickles. I've had them for a while, but I never pull them out for any of my books. I don't know why. But they look really, really cute in this book. So, yep, there's that one. And then I did this one as a buddy color with my daughter. So again, this was based with markers, pencils on top, and stickles. She has stickles on all of her little suction cup thingies and the spots on her head. And I really like this page. I think it's super cute. And then last, this is my favorite one in this book. I absolutely love how this turned out. Like I said, this is my favorite page so far that I've completed in this book out of the 3. I really love the color combination. I based it with this bright pink marker and somehow managed to really tone it down to make it look like a deep purplish pink after I went over it with pencils. And I just really love it. I think it's super cute. And I currently have 2 whips. I'll give you a little sneak peek. This is just what it looks like when I just base with marker. So far I've done nothing but base markers there. And then brace yourself because this next whip is hideous. I don't know how I'm going to fix it, but I'm going to try. So this was me basing with marker. And this green color was a huge fail. Huge fail because it's a horrible, hideous color. I don't know how I'm going to cover it up, but I'm going to try. And yep, that's all the pages in 50 Ocean Miniatures. So next is Hannah Carlson. And I'm going to make some of you cry. I'm going to cry myself. I only managed to color 2 Hannah Carlson Hannah Carlson pages last year. Only 2. I only got to Jewelry Box and Tales from the Forest Kingdom, which is just truly depressing. But I'm going to try to do better this year. This was a buddy color with Lavelia again. And yeah, let's see. I started the back with the colors that I was using here, and I'm going to go and finish it at some point. that wouldn't take me long at all. I need to just go ahead and finish it. But anyways, the background was soft pastels, which I kind of regret because, as you can see, blue and yellow merging at the bottom turned green, and I don't really like that. And it kind of started to turn green up here. But, you know, it is what it is now. I did a black Posca paint pen for the background. I used a white gel pen for the stars and to white out the black lines. And I think I did polychromos. I used Faber-Castell polychromos because this was the first time I used those pencils in this book, and well, any of Hannah's books. And I liked it. It was okay. I think Prismacolor Premier Colored Pencils and her books are going to be always a first and a go-to because I just really love how they work in her books. But I mean, they were not terrible. They were all right. But yep, that was the only page I got done in the jewelry box. And last but not least, because this is one of my favorites of last year, one of my very favorites of last year. This I don't think was a buddy color. I think that this was one that I just did on my own, but I could be wrong. So basically my super cool vintage owl with his really cool leather vest. I really like how he turned out. I did, I want to say, what did I use in the background? I want to say Neocolor 2s, I think is what I used in the background, but I can't remember. I used a glaze. I don't know if you can see that, if it's picking up, but I used a glaze pen, a Jelly Roll glaze pen for the glass. I used a metallic, a silver metallic pen for the stars. I used a white gel pen for the black lines on the candles. Yeah, I just really like this page. And I can't wait to do another one because that was the first page that I did in this book. And yep, so that was everything that I colored in 2022. I really, really hope that I get to a lot more books this year. I think I'm already I think I have a pretty good start already because I've colored a few pictures already in these last 2 months. But I really, really hope to, you know, as the weather warms up and spring comes and it starts to get warm outside, that I really get the oomph to want to color more often. So, yep. Well, that was it. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe, all that. It really helps, and I really appreciate it. I do have some more video ideas, so stay tuned for that. They will be out as soon as I can get them recorded because I do already have the ideas written down. I just have to put it together and film the video. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.